older Americans apparently losing the battle against junk food. Some new research out just a few minutes ago actually shows that 1 in 8 older Americans may actually be addicted to those highly processed snacks. NBC's medical contributor, Dr. Natalie Azar, here to explain why that's so bad for you and how we can build up our willpower, perhaps. So how do we define this sort of addiction? Because I think a lot of folks like, something salty, something sweet from time to time in the pantry. When does it become a problem?
So it's kind of tricky to talk about food addiction, as it may not come as a surprise to you guys, but there is a debate in the scientific community about whether or not food can actually be addictive. There's critics who contend that while there are certain behaviors that can parallel, things like cravings that can actually look like addiction, you can't really fully abstain from food. It doesn't actually have a formal diagnosis like binge eating does, for example. But others would argue that certain behaviors and physiological effects do actually qualify as addiction. And so, yeah, go ahead.
What did the study find?
So this was a study that actually surveyed 2,000 adults between the ages of 50 and 80, and they asked them a bunch of symptoms on an 11-point scale, and if they had 2 out of the 11, it qualified as addictive behavior. And here were the 3 most common. About 24% of respondents basically said that they had cravings at least once per week. They tried to cut down on their junk food at least 2 to 3 times per week. And they also had symptoms of withdrawal at least once per week, and that this caused distress in their lives.
Withdrawal.
And withdrawal symptoms. And that was actually enough to qualify as a diagnosis of food addiction.
You said they surveyed people ages 50 to 80.
Yes.
That's right. Are there certain people who are more likely to become addicted?
There were, Hoda. Actually, they found that women were twice as likely as men. People between the ages of 50 and 64, those individuals who were overweight, and also people who rated their mental health as either fair or poor were also more likely to experience this kind of food addiction.
Yeah, that's curious. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Natalie.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.